Hey everyone, and welcome back to the SCREENY. The Ellen Show has been on our screens for so long that I can't even remember when it started. It's difficult to imagine a world where it's not on TV. Ellen has a plethora of A-list guests on her show, as well as ordinary people with incredible stories to tell. She might be one of the most liked celebrities out there, but that doesn't mean she hasn't had her fair share of controversy. Join us as we take a look at the most controversial moments on The Ellen Show. Before we begin, do us a favor by clicking that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a video on your favorite TV shows. Nicole Kidman's clap. Remember back at the 2017 Oscars when Nicole Kidman was captured on camera clapping in the weirdest way possible? It was like she had painted her nails and didn't want to smudge the polish or something. It looked awkward as hell and was turned into a meme that went viral. You know you've done something odd when you become an internet sensation, right? Ellen always tackles things head on, so when the actress appeared on the show, it was one of the first things the host mentioned. Kidman explained candidly that she was clapping weirdly because she was wearing really expensive borrowed jewelry. Presumably, she didn't want her huge diamonds to knock together and shatter into a million pieces. But aren't those rocks pretty solid? The Big Little Lies star looked visibly embarrassed by the whole situation, especially when Ellen replays the clip over and over again on screen. She asked production staff to stop playing it, and while she might have been able to laugh it off, a lot of people thought it was a little cruel. Kidman is no stranger to controversy though. She was married to Tom Cruise after all. Later on in the same show, Kidman butted heads with the guest chef when she said the food was too dry. The Bruno Mars Kid. Don't believe me, just watch! Ellen loves to get her fans on the stage. She often has families come on that achieved wonderful things, or people that have gone viral for some reason or another. Kai is a wonderfully sweet little kid that absolutely loves to sing songs. When Ellen found him, she decided to bring him on stage to sing some songs by Bruno Mars. There's no denying that this little dude is an absolute gem, but there's one problem. He can't sing to save his life. I feel bad even saying it, but it's true. This is where the moral grounds gets a little tricky. Ellen thinks Kai is cute, so brings him on the show. But what if he thinks that he's really talented?
I shall always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come.
Will he end up on America's Got Talent with delusions of fame and fortune? More importantly, are people out there laughing at him? There are some awful people in the world, so it wouldn't be a surprise. Is it fair to bring a kid on the show, frequently I might add, when he's got as much talent as Plankton? Ellen has children on the show that are literally genius piano players and musicians. So does Kai think that he's the same as them? It's almost too much to think about. Some think this is cruelty masked as kindness. Magic Mike Live. At its core, the show is a family show. It's supposed to be one of those things that you can put on the set while you're eating dinner or while your kids are enjoying a playdate. When Channing Tatum joined Ellen on the show, moms were happy. For more than one reason. Not only did they get to enjoy Channing's handsome looks and intelligent speaking, but they got treated to a surprise preview of Magic Mike Live. Tatum came up with the show that's akin to the Chippendales after the movie he starred in was such a success. He doesn't star in it, but he's got plenty of incredible dancers that do the dirty work for him. No one really knew what was going on, and then all of a sudden, topless male dancers were gyrating their way across the floor of the studio. One elderly woman looks like she was having the time of her life. It's no wonder the audience was mainly female, although awkwardly, there were a few kids dotted around. It's not something longtime viewers expected to see on the show, leading some to brand it as shameful and disgusting. The general consensus was that the show could have been promoted in a way that allows the guys to keep their clothes on. Prior to the big flash dance, one audience member was plucked and given a very up-close and personal demonstration of one of the dancers' moves. Whew! Is it getting hot in here or what? Jessica Simpson's OTT interview. Poor Jessica Simpson really never had a chance. Remember when she was a bona fide pop princess back in the 90s? She was on par with Britney Spears for a time there, although she couldn't quite retain her status. Her ill-advised marriage to fellow crooner Nick Lachey didn't help matters. The pair signed a deal with MTV for a reality show, Newlyweds, which painted Simpson in a terrible light. It was clear that the relationship wasn't built to last, and they ended up divorcing. Since then, Jess has remarried, had some babies, and has been busy working on her fashion empire. She popped by the show in 2017 to talk to Ellen, but it was rough from the start. The first thing Jessica said when she sat down was, "I'm not pregnant," and started talking about her birth control. Everything about the interview was just off. Simpson seemed incapable of finishing a decent sentence and spent a long time saying questionable things about her relationship with her husband, Eric. Even Ellen stopped dead in her tracks to stare at the camera. A lot of fans questioned if Jessica was completely sober at the time of filming because she didn't seem like she was quite there. I dare you to try and sit through the whole clip without cringing. Never have I ever. If you've ever gotten hammered with your buddies, then the chances are you've played Never Have I Ever. The simple yet embarrassing game is supposed to reveal your deepest, darkest secrets. The dirtier the question, the better. Ellen didn't hold back when she plays the game with David Arquette and Wanda Sykes. It wasn't exactly PG anyway, thanks to the sexual questions that Ellen was asking, but that's only one element that made the segment controversial. The entire interview prior to that moment with David Arquette was really odd. Arquette is a little bit of a goofball anyway, but there was something strange about him that day. His eyes were even tinier than usual, and he was laughing at everything regardless if it was funny or not. Viewers soon condemned David for being high AF or at least drunk while filming. Some were concerned about his mental state, while others thought he was just unprofessional. Ellen and Wanda took David's attitude in their stride. It's not like he was being obnoxious or anything, but he absolutely wasn't his normal self. Caitlyn Jenner's marriage views. This is hands down one of the best moments ever on The Ellen Show, purely because it's so messed up. If you don't know anything about the Kardashians, then let me break this down for you. Bruce Jenner used to be the husband of the most famous momager on this planet, Kris Jenner. A couple years ago, Bruce realized that she didn't want to be Bruce anymore, but instead wanted to be Caitlyn. She now lives as a female. At the time, it caused quite the media storm, but things got even hairier when Caitlyn sat down with Ellen for a little chat. As a transgender person, you would expect her to agree with same-sex marriage. No one was more shocked than Ellen when the former athlete said that she was traditionalist, and that marriage should be between a man and a woman. Despite the sweeping statement, Caitlyn said that she was an LGBT advocate. Something wasn't quite right there, was it? Things only heated up after the episode aired, with Caitlyn saying that she felt wronged by the talk show host. Although she stressed that was how she used to feel and she doesn't feel that way anymore, the damage was done. Jenner lost a lot of credibility thanks to that appearance, so it's unlikely she'll ever be on the stage next to Ellen again. Considering Ellen is a proud married woman to her partner Portia de Rossi, she probably wouldn't want Caitlyn on the show again anyway. The gift slip-up. Ellen loves giving out gifts to people, although they're usually on behalf of a sponsor. When she hears of people that are struggling financially or who are doing something brilliant and deserve recognition, she hauls them in. It's fun and helps Ellen stay on top of her game as one of the most loved people on TV. However, it doesn't always go to plan. In 2015, Ellen had a young woman called Jamie Bells on the show. Jamie was struggling to pay her tuition on her own, but was determined to continue getting straight A's. When she needed a new computer, she sold her blood every week for 6 months just to be able to buy one. That's dedication, right? Although, that's probably not the best way to get cash. Bells thought her dreams were being made when Ellen had her on the show, but the host messed up. She started telling the excited guests that Shutterfly were going to help pay the tuition costs, but producer Andy butted in to correct her. The company weren't going to help pay for tuition at all, they just wanted to buy her a computer. It was a terrible mistake to make, and Bells said she already had a computer. At least she could sell it and put it towards her fees, I guess? The moment ruffled a lot of feathers. People thought that Ellen should cover the tuition herself as it was her slip-up, but it never happens that way. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos on your favorite TV shows and tap one of the 2 videos on screen for another amazing video.